What's going on, guys? Horrors293 back here again with another, was actually the first of our pool games for the NPL. So as I said in my intro video, this whole idea behind it is for the next season of the NPL to decide who fills all the open majors and minor spots. We're having a tryout tournament, and in this tournament, you're put in a pool with 6 other people, who I'm going to be showing you who those 6 people are shortly, and you will face each of them, meaning you have 5 games, and the 2 best records out of your pool will then advance to brackets. And for brackets, it's just meant to show how well you can play all these games. Like, even if I don't make it to brackets, I can still most probably make it into the NPL if I'm able to show off my skill well enough. But the only guarantee is if you win the whole thing, if you win single elimination brackets, then you guarantee a spot in majors, which is huge. But we got some really stark competition. Like, honestly, I think we're in the hardest division, if I'm going to be honest. Like, I dead-ass think we're in the hardest division. Going through people, we have John W., who unfortunately was praised by Halu, because John W. joined and didn't want to do this. We got myself, we got Mega Oshawott, who's a monster in his own right. We got Mike, Pokemaster Mike, who got replaced by Evan, because he wasn't really feeling Mons after a few games. But yeah, he got replaced by Evan, but still, Evan's a really stark competition. Then, as you can see, we have the GOAT himself, King Clyde, potentially the best battler to ever play Pokemon. And then we have Nacho. And Nacho's team, as you'll see in the next video, Game 2, I play him. His team matchup kind of destroys mine. But this week, we are going against Mega Oshawott. And his team's really scary. So going into this game, this was actually my first game, but his final game. So he was 3-1 at this point. And if he won this game, he guaranteed brackets. And if he lost this game, he still had a chance to make it, but it was going to be harder. So this was really a game that I wanted to win to make sure that I could secure a spot over Mega Oshawott, especially because head-to-head is over... head-to-head is put over... differential. So if I was able to beat Osh and then go 3-2, I'd most likely break. So that was my goal here. I really wanted to beat Osh. Looking at team matchup, things I was scared of right off the bat, Gardevoir is a huge threat to my team, and you'll see that in my prep, I brought Mon specifically to counter Gardevoir. I had, Linoon was a huge threat, and Seismitoad. Those two things in tandem together hit me really hard, and I really needed to find a way to accurately beat down Linoon, because, Linoon itself, with coverage, can just beat down my whole team. Seismitoad's extremely bulky, and it's one of his few checks Zard. Celesteela and Autotomize set with like Earthquake, Heavy Slam just hurts me really, really hard. And then Tyranitar, I was expecting either an AV or Scarf set, either of which are really good. Another huge thing is Golurk. If Golurk literally just runs Rock Polish, Ice Punch, Earthquake, Shadow Punch, he's hitting like my whole team extremely hard. So those are my main threats coming in. The things I was really expecting were Celesteela, Tyranitar, Seismitoad, Linoon, Gardevoir, and probably either Roserade or Golurk. I'd be leaning towards Golurk. That was really the team I was expecting. Going into building, the first Mon that I saw that I really enjoyed was Landorus, right? Because one thing I saw in team matchup was that Earth Power just hit his team extremely hard. Like, if you look, his only Earth Power resist was Shiftry, and I didn't think Shiftry was going to come to this game just because I had Megazard, and his only other immunity is Celesteela, and therefore I opted just to run Earth Power as... just run Earth Power as my only move, but also run Gravity in tandem with that. I also opted to have Calm Mind and Rock Polish. This allows it not to be one-dimensional. I can either bring it in at the start of the game if I want to set up a Rock Polish and just get some chip in and hurt things a lot, or I can bring it in late game, set up a Rock Polish and win, or I can set up a Calm Mind early game. Like, I want to be able to set up... Now, I don't want to be trapped to setting up late game or trapped to set up early game. I want to allow it to be able to break at any point, and either can have it break or sweep. And that was the main point of this set. I put enough speed, I think, to allow it, with a Rock Polish, to outspeed all his Mons. The HP investment was really critical because I wanted to make sure I could live hits, like trying to live a hit from Linoon, HP Ices, so I found HP being really pivotal there. My next mon is Charizard. With Charizard, I was really Dragon Dance, Flare Blitz, Brick Break. I thought was fairly obvious. I ran Brick Break because it allows me to one-hit KO Tyranitar. Flare Blitz hits everything else relatively hard, and Dragon Dance is there to set up. After Dragon Dance, I'm in the exact same situation as Landorus. I think I just I'm basically in the same situation as Landorus. I'm able to outspeed most things after I have 2 Dragon Dances up, and I think I outspeed his fastest Mons with 1 Dragon Dance up guaranteed. Like, I think I outspeed Raikou with that. I was really tossing around whether I should run Roost or HP Grass. At the end of the day, I decided to run Roost because I was thinking if he had Seismitoad, there's a good chance he's Rindo Berry, rendering my HP Grass useless because it'd be a 3-hit KO, and he's 2-hit KOing me with Earth Power. So I decided I'm better yet to just switch into my next mon, which is Serena, if Seismitoad comes in, rather than staying in with Charizard. So I want to run Roost so I could have longevity, and allowing me to have Dragon Dance and Roost is going to be really beneficial in this game. Next, I had Serena. Serena is going to be a really solid mon here. It Power Whip, High Jump Kick, Zen Headbutt, U-Turn just allows me to hit everything really hard. The Assault Vest allows me to eat up hits from things like Roserade. I can Zen Headbutt that back. I can eat up hits from Celesteela. I can eat up a special hit from Celesteela. I'm a wall for Raikou, really, at this point. The main thing is the main reason I brought it though is for Gardevoir and Seismitoad. I want to be able to counter those things because those 2 things really pose a gigantic threat to my team. But the main reason is just Seismitoad. I want to be able to come in on that and hit that really hard and one-hit KO it. Especially if he's a Rindo Berry, I'm still able to hit it with a lot, and then after a Power Whip taken by a Rindo Berry, if he somehow survives, I can just go for a High Jump Kick or Zen Headbutt to finish him off, which is really beneficial. This Haunter set, man, I wanted to run it so bad. I love it. It's like a Life Orb allows me to hit everything so hard. Like, let's just go through it. Celesteela, Thunderbolt bodies it. Okay, it doesn't body it, but it hits it really hard. Tyranitar, Energy Ball. Raikou, Sludge Wave. Roserade, Sludge Wave. Seismitoad, Energy Ball. Linoon, Sludge Wave. Passimian, I don't really care about Passimian, but I guess like Thunderbolt. Golurk, Energy Ball. Ninetale, Sludge Wave. Shiftry, Sludge Wave. Survivor, I don't really care about that either. And then Gardevoir, Sludge Wave. Like, this thing hits his team so hard. And the ace in the back is Destiny Bond, because I think he will know that Haunter is a likely bring to this match, just because Haunter hits him so hard. So there's a good chance that he thinks I'm just a full-out attacking set. And the thing is, Haunter hits really hard, but it's also frail as hell. So if I bring it in on something like Tyranitar or Gardevoir or even Celesteela and Destiny Bond and then get a huge threat out for a Mon that I only spent 3 points on, that's going to be amazing for me. So that's one of the main ideas I'm trying to do with here. I also brought it as a soft check to Linoon. This allows me to beat Linoon if he's slow, but I don't presume he's going to be slow. But if I'm somehow able to outspeed him, then with Sludge Wave I should be able to beat him because he can't extreme speed me. But now we're going to reveal my true Linoon switch in, which is Metagross. I just have a lot of bulk to try and counter that in HP respectively, and I also have defense. With Bullet Punch plus the Ice Shard that you'll see later with Weavile, I'm able to hit Linoon really hard, which is the main reason for that. Metagross is just really, really solid here. Thunder Punch plus Zen Headbutt plus Brick Break plus Bullet Punch allows me to hit really hard. I also brought Bullet Punch specifically for Gardevoir. I want to make sure I'm outspeeding that, and then Bullet Punch is doing tremendous damage to that, and I want to be able to hit it hard. Thunder Punch is also really nice against Celesteela, and Zen Headbutt just hits his entirety of his team extremely hard. So that was the main reason for that. And then finally, Weavile. It's just a Mon that puts in a lot of work. Like, if you look at his team, he doesn't have good switch-ins to Low Kick plus Icicle Crash plus Knockoff. There's not much he can do for that. I ran enough speed so that he's not able to comfortably switch into this Mon. But really, Knockoff, Ice Shard, or Icicle Crash really has the ability to clean up late game. And it has the ability to clean up late game, especially if Mons like Tyranitar are down, and I have that low kick to catch Tyranitar if I want. So I'm feeling really, really good heading into this matchup. I feel like I have, advantage in prep and just team advantage here, and matchup. So let's go into the game. Okay, so here is play, switch sides. Pause. Okay. As you can see, this is his team. Wait, let's reset. Okay. I was absolutely shocked when I saw this team. He brought Pissimian, which I would have never expected. I don't really, but looking at matchup now, Pissimian does hit me hard. I'm expecting a Scarf set now that I see in matchup. He has like Ice Punch, Rock Slide, Earthquake, Close Combat, things like that hit my team really, really hard. So I kind of understand the Pissimian pairing. And Rose Raid surprised me a lot too because I was thinking I had things like Zard and Haunter that's able to deal, and especially Weavile. But he brought those two. But the main thing is not the surprise that he brought those two things, but the idea that he didn't bring Seismitoad and he didn't bring Linoon. Seismitoad I can kind of understand because I mean, like I have Serena here who's able to hit it really, really hard, so it kind of makes sense that he didn't bring it. And I'm so thankful I didn't run HP Grass and Charizard because that would have been useless in this matchup. But most importantly, he didn't bring Linoon, which is amazing for me, which means Metagross has a lot more freedom in this matchup now. And it's just really, really nice because Linoon just destroys my team. I guess he was kind of scared of either Shaka Metagross or Shaka Metagross or Girder, which both shut down Linoon pretty well. So thank God I brought neither of those, and now Linoon's not even on the field, which helps me a lot. So when I'm looking at team matchup here, I'm looking at his team, and he really has, especially because he didn't bring Seismitoad, he has nothing that deals with Metagross, right? Like, if we bring in Golurk, I fire off a Freeze and Headbutt. I fire off a Freeze and Headbutt on everything except Gardevoir, where I Bullet Punch, Tyranitar, where I Brick Break, and Celesteela, where I Thunder Punch. So at this point, I was feeling very, very free to lead it with Metagross. So that's what I opted to do. And he sends in Celesteela. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I want to get off huge damage on this, and I want to see his set. So I launch a Thunder Punch, and I see he's not that defensive, and this Earthquake tells me that he's actually pretty offensive. So at this point, I'm thinking, there's no way he stays in, because if he stays in, he's sacking his Celesteela turn 2. Amon, which is pivotal to beating me, especially if he's on top of my set with his Earthquake, and especially because I see he's max attack now. So I'm thinking he's probably on top of my set with like Earthquake and Heavy Slam. So at this point, I'm like, he has to go Golurk. He knows I'm banded now. So he's either going Golurk or like Roserade here. And that's the Roserade or Tyranitar. And my thought process is, okay, what's one thing that can deal with everything there? And I go Serena. Serena can Zen Headbutt, Roserade, and it destroys Tyranitar and Golurk. So at this point, I'm 100% sure I'm going Serena. And then he Heavy Slams. And I was very confused by this play. I still don't think Heavy Slam was optimal play because there's a good chance I stayed in, but hey, he ended up catching me. So that was a really solid play on his end. But I knew at this point he had to Heavy Slam again. He could not risk going for Earthquake because that would not kill Serena. So I go right back into my Metagross. And now I basically have him in checkmate position because even Zen Headbutt can kill him. So I'm just going to go for Zen Headbutt, get a kill on Celesteela. Amazing. Turn 4, his biggest threat to my team is gone. And I'm feeling really, really good. At this point, the only other Mon that I think can truly win the game is a Golurk if it gets up Rock Polish and then is running that set it had before it's Shadow Ball, Shadow Punch, Ice Punch, and Earthquake. So here, he has the freest switch in the world to Tyranitar because he knows I'm locked in to Zen Headbutt, so I can't hit him. I am scared of Pursuit here, but I really don't have another option. So I'm going to take my advantage here and switch out to my Landorus. Luckily, he does not go for Pursuit. So Mega Oshawott got a little triggered about this turn. I'm known in the draft community as taking a little bit of time to make my plays. I think I got a lot faster, and I think a lot of people have noticed that. But one thing that happened on this turn was I clicked my move really quickly, and I was like, I'm going right into Serena here. But then I was like, wait, no, let me think about this for a second. So I canceled it. And apparently as soon as I canceled it, he clicked Ice Punch. But then I took a while to decide I was going to end up going Landorus. So while he was taking that time, while I was deciding I was going to go Landorus, he ended up switching and deciding he actually wanted to click Stone Edge here. And as you're going to see, that Stone Edge misses. So he was a little butthurt about that. Like, I apologize to him. It sucks that the Stone Edge missed. But I don't know. I don't really fault myself for that at all. But I apologize to Oshawott that his Stone Edge missed. That's what I apologize about. But now we're in a really, really good situation. Like I said earlier, he has no Mons that take a Earth Power Well except Celesteela and Shiftry. He didn't bring Shiftry, and I'm not going to have to use Gravity because Celesteela is dead. So at this point, I have the freest Earth Power ever because he doesn't have anything that takes as well. So I'm just going to fire off an Earth Power here. And Gardevoir takes huge damage from that, which is great, because now Gardevoir's in range by any of my priorities. Just kill it right away. At this point, I'm going to go into Metagross. I don't see how he hits me that hard, and he ends up going for Hyper Voice, which is great, because I end up eating that up. And at this point, I have a free Bullet Punch to just go ahead and kill this thing, which is what I'm going to do here, and again, get rid of a huge threat. Thankfully now, I'm thinking Metagross has already done so much in this matchup and it's outsped by everything. So whatever he sends in here, I'm just going to Bullet Punch again, which is what I do right here, and he finally nabs a kill on my team, and he ends up taking out my Metagross. But this is great because he U-turned, I'm able to know what he's going to go into here. He goes into Roserade, and I'm going to pull the trigger here. I know I don't think he'll expect another Choice Bander because I just brought in Choice Band Metagross, so I'm going to reveal my Weavile here. I deliberately take a bit of time here to make him think I didn't have a dedicated Mon that can just come in and kill this. And I'm going to go straight for that Ice Shard. I want him to stay in, and thankfully he stays in. He gets baited out, and amazingly we kill this Roserade one-shotted by a Choice Banded Ice Shard. So that's absolutely beautiful there. And Roserade's going to drop, and in comes in his Tyranitar, as he knows I'm Choice Banded now. But this is fine. I'm just going to go into my Haunter, and we're going to launch Plan Destiny Bond. I know he has to go for rocks here, because his only real way of winning is making sure my Charizard and my Landorus and Weavile start getting chipped, to make sure that Golurk can come in and win this game for him. So I know he's going for rocks here. I know there's no way he tries and kills me. And even if he does kill me here, I have reliable ways to beat this thing with a switch into Serena or Landorus, but I didn't want to risk them taking damage. So I go into Haunter here. Luckily, he sets up rocks. And at this point, I know for a fact he's going to want to kill my Haunter, because my Haunter can do a lot of work to the rest of his team. And I set up that Destiny Bond. Let's see what happens. He goes for Crunch. Haunter falls, but at the same time, Tyranitar falls. And at the same time, one of the bond which I paid the least for on my team other than Persian drops. At the same time, bringing down one of the mons he paid the most for. And I think that's an amazing trade, trading my Haunter for his Tyranitar. I think that's the play of the game. Now, in comes his Golurk. This is the really only way he can win the game at this point. He needs to bring in Golurk, and he needs to set up a Rock Polish. And he goes for that. He's hoping for a miss from me. But I don't miss. Down goes the Golurk, which is amazing. He got really butthurt about this. He said that, like, oh, if it missed, I could have won. I mean, yes, then you're relying on hacks. I also had Weavile with Ice Shard, which would have hit it really hard. Maybe the better play there was just go for Zen Headbutt and then Ice Shard him. Or go for, I don't know, go for something else and then Zen Headbutt him and then Ice Shard him. But it's okay. We landed our move here. Down goes Golurk, which is the final threat to win the game. At this point, he doesn't really have a way to win the game. So he's just going to go into Passimian. I don't want to risk the high jump kick miss just because I'm scared I'm going to miss high jump kick. So he rock slides. I thankfully lived the hit. I'm going to go for Zen Headbutt. And I'm not going to kill him. I should have really gone for high jump kick there. But Sandstorm's going to kill both of us. Unfortunately, because I didn't go for high jump kick, we only win this game 3-0. But it would have been really great if we were able to win it 4-0. But that's okay. But we start off this tournament 1-0 against Mega Oshawott, who is one of the top players in this conference. And this puts us in a really good situation. We have 4 games left. And because I beat Oshawott, he finishes 3-2. That means that if I go 3-2 because I beat him head to head, I advance to next round. So all I need to do at this point is go 2-2 with my next pool games, and I guarantee advance because Oshawa and I are going to be the 2 competing for the final spot. So let's see how that ends up going. I'm going to be putting everything into this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and have a great day. The other videos will be coming out soon. Anyway, love you guys. Bye.